Hey fellow hikers, it's time for your TLC Hiking Club weekly vid clip for the week of Monday, March the 12th. Let's get right into it. Just to recap again on the last hike we had at Quartz Peak, the Quartz Peak Adventure. It was a really cool hike, a really cool adventure, and thank you for those that posted your pics. There's a lot of pictures that everyone took, and they were amazing pictures. Thank you for sharing. I really do appreciate when you guys share your pictures. It just makes it all that much more entertaining and memorable of an event. So moving right into the next hike, which is Crazy 8 Loop, the 8-mile loop in South Mountain, incorporating several different trails. And so what I've done is, some of these hikes, as you know, I'll type up a turn-by-turn instruction document, and I'll print these out and hand them out at the time of the meetup spot on Saturday morning. And here's why. It definitely helps. Please print out your own map of South Mountain and bring your map of South Mountain trails with you. Highly encourage that to incorporate with this. So some trail reading capabilities wouldn't hurt. Some map reading capabilities wouldn't hurt, and maybe this is kind of a training for those particular skills. And here's why. Here's the schedule for the day in a more accurate breakdown than what the write-up has. Mormon Trail all the way to National Trail. Once we hit National Trail, we'll be making a left on the National Trail. Very soon after the left on National Trail, you'll make a right on the Hidden Valley Trail. Now, many of you that have been up there in South Mountain have done this hike. This is no news to you. After you enjoy your Hidden Valley rest stop, continue through Hidden Valley, and the Hidden Valley Trail will dump you back out onto National Trail once again. Make a right on the National Trail, and this is kind of like where the Crazy 8 comes into play. You will then stay on National Trail and go right past the intersection you had been at previously. Do not make it left and go back down Mormon. Make a right and stay on National Trail. Then you come to an intersection of National Trail and Hidden Valley Trail once again. This time make a left and stay on National Trail. So there's your Crazy 8. If you can picture it coming back through. Take National Trail all the way to a major intersection of National Trail, Mormon Loop Trail, and Pima Wash Trail. Now, Pima Wash Trail, I don't know if it's actually going to be labeled, if you'll actually see a sign that'll say Pima Wash Trail. Now, here's the thing. This can be a confusing intersection. So, hopefully you take this with you, or wait for those of us that know exactly where we're going. I will try to be, courteous and wait as long as I can. So, keeping a good pace would be helpful as well on this particular hike. There will be two small ruins in this area, like stone ruins with no roofs on them, which is a good place to stop, but kind of gives you an indication that you're at this intersection of several trails coming together. When you leave this intersection, to make sure you're on the right trail, the National Trail is going to be the furthest one to your right. Just to the left of that is going to be Pima Wash Trail. And obviously it's a wash, so you don't want to make sure you enter into the wash, dump yourself into the wash. If you're on a trail from here, you're on the wrong trail. Again, stay in the wash. And the wash is going to take you, the Pima Wash Trail is going to take you all the way to Beverly Canyon Trail. Make a left on the Beverly Canyon Trail for a small amount of time, then you'll make another quick left onto the Ridgeline Trail. Now we're headed back to our original starting point. The Ridgeline Trail is going to take you all the way back to the Javelina Canyon Trail, where you will make a left onto the Javelina Canyon Trail. And then the Javelina Canyon Trail is going to dump you out onto the Mormon Loop Trail. Now here's where this is an optional. You can either take, you'll make a right, either way, you're going to make a right onto Mormon Loop Trail, or you can make a right onto the Mormon Loop Wash Trail. I'm taking a right onto the Mormon Loop Wash because it's going to incorporate a lot more fun. You're going to be in a wash, there's going to be a little bit of boulder hopping, better vegetation, more wilderness. I mean, that's why I like to get out, is to be in the wilderness. Anytime I can get off a trail, I love it. I love the mindset, the concept of getting off trail anytime I can. Some dry waterfalls, those type of things. So, but either one you take, if you want to stay on the trail or the wash, both of those are going to take you back to the Mormon Trail, which you'll make a right on the Mormon Trail, and that's going to take you back to the originating trailhead. Now, all of this is on here. Turn-by-turn instructions. Again, at some of these major intersections, I'm going to try to hold up and not go too far ahead on this particular hike, just because there are quite a bit of turnoffs and confusing. So I guess what I'm saying is you may have to pay more attention on this hike rather than talking and conversating. I mean, because I've done it as well, and some of you guys have been with me know that I've done it, where I've been gabbing away and I've missed a turn off myself. We're not perfect. None of us are perfect. It's just, the more we get wrapped up in camaraderie and talking to our fellow hikers, the more of a chance that we can miss a turnoff. So, just going to take a valid effort to make sure you're making the correct turnoffs and reading your instructions. Now, look, if you really can't get lost in South Mountain, right? I mean, we all kind of know that. At some point, you're going to end up back on a familiar trail that you're going to end up getting back to your original starting place. You just can't get lost in forever wilderness in South Mountain. So I don't want to scare people to death here, but at the same time, I do want to make it known that, look, we've got to pay a little bit more extra attention on this particular hike. I think it's going to be a lot of fun going down the Pima Wash. I love getting into those washes. Like I mentioned, it's better than a trail in my opinion. It kind of adds to the flavor, and as you guys know, I've taken some of these more traveled South Mountain hikes that some find to be mundane or non-interested in, and so I've taken these hikes and kind of spiced them up, added them in with a couple other trails, a little bit off trail, a little bit of boulder hopping, kind of spicing it up and really making it a fun time, and more than likely something that you've never done on South Mountain, at least in this caliber, putting those amount of trails together in one hike. So anyhow, with that said, I believe that's about it. Again, another plug for the picnic on April the 15th in South Mountain at the Big Ramadas. Please RSVP for that. And I look forward to seeing you guys this Saturday, March 17th, at the meetup spot. Now, please, another thing, please meet up at the meetup spot. There is limited parking at the 24th Street Mormon Trailhead parking lot. Chipotle Mexican Grill Restaurant is literally 3 minutes drive right up 24th Street, so it shouldn't be that inconveniencing, if that's a word, to hop in another car and just drive down the block. So just trying to be respectful of others that may want to hike on this trail for the day. There's very limited parking. And that's about it, guys. Like I said, look forward to seeing you on the 17th, this Saturday, at Chipotle. We'll see you.